So, would I recommend Call of Duty Black Ops 7's multiplayer? Honestly, yes, but only for hardcore Call of Duty fans. If you've enjoyed the past few years of COD, you'll probably like this one. But it's a no if you're looking for something fresh, new, or innovative. There really isn't anything here that you haven't already played before in this franchise. Black Ops 7 feels extremely familiar, and that's for the better and for worse. I think the biggest thing to understand about Black Ops 7's multiplayer is that it almost feels identical to Black Ops 6. And honestly, most Call of Duty games we've had since 2019 have also felt the same. There's nothing really here that feels new, there's no major shake-ups, there's no bold design choices, and it's the same foundation we've been playing on for years now. That's not automatically a bad thing, but it does mean the game lives or dies based on the execution rather than its innovation. And there is no innovation. So I want to talk about the gunplay because that's where things start to feel a bit messy to me. A lot of the weapons feel extremely unbalanced and certain guns clearly dominate the meta while other ones feel pointless to use at all. It's the same problem Call of Duty's had for years. They haven't really been able to balance their games, but this one feels worse than the last ones. And I must say, after spending a lot of time with Battlefield 6, the aiming in Black Ops 7 actually feels kind of old now. I don't know what it is, it just feels a little inconsistent. It's not terrible, but compared to Battlefield's smoother, more modern feel, Call of Duty's aiming just feels a bit outdated now in comparison. Honestly, I think something needs to change here in the future. I know they're fiddled with the aim assist to make it so it's less strong, but for me, for some reason, it feels like the aim's actually resisting your movements. Okay, now everyone's favourite thing, the menus. They're still awful. We're still stuck with that Hulu-style menu design that Call of Duty has been using for years now. It still feels clunky, slow, and honestly extremely dated now. Navigating menus shouldn't feel like a chore, but here we are. They still feel exactly the same as they have for the past 5 or 6 years. Then that brings us to the microtransactions. There's now microtransaction ads everywhere on the game. You're constantly being blasted with store promotions, bundles, cosmetic packs. Pretty much everything that you're used to, but more. If that stuff already annoys you in COD, just know that it hasn't improved here whatsoever. Actually, it's gotten worse. One big area Call of Duty has improved is score streaks. They actually feel stronger than they have in the recent years, and they're cheaper to earn than they were before. Now that said, they're still not as powerful or as exciting as they were back in the classic Call of Duty days, so don't come expecting that here. It's still a step in the right direction, it's just not a full return to how it used to be. So that brings us to the maps and the matchmaking. This is where Black Ops 7 generally has surprised me. In my opinion, this is the best Call of Duty multiplayer that we've had since Black Ops 4. The matchmaking feels better than anything we've had recently since the skill-based matchmaking era, even though it's not quite what it used to be. And then there's the maps. They are significantly better than anything we've had in the same era of Call of Duty games. They flow better, they play better, and they reward positioning instead of the constant chaos, especially the chaos of Black Ops 6 last year. There's just a better variety of maps in this game, from large to small. They play better, and they're more classic 3-lane like you expect them to be. Call of Duty really has missed this part of the game for the last probably 5 years. I'm not saying any of these are instant classics, but they're definitely better than what we've had over the years. And that's also not really saying much with what we've had. Now with that said, I want to talk about class balance. It could have been so much better if they brought back the Pick 10 system. They really did miss the mark here. It would have added real trade-offs, better balance, and more meaningful class decisions. One thing I did notice straight away is the perks are extremely disappointing. They're almost identical to Black Ops 6, and that's a real problem. I can't tell you any perks that are new. Call of Duty seems to really be struggling in this department. I don't really know why they're struggling so much to bring in new ideas for their perk systems. So another minor issue that I have with the game is the art style. It doesn't really feel consistent. The maps and operators feel like they come from a completely different game, and that lack of cohesion can actually throw you off during matches. And personally, I wish they'd remove Omni movement altogether. To me, it feels like a gimmick that actually harms the game rather than improving it. They took out Tac Sprint, which is a good move. I don't know why they didn't just take this away as well. It's the same with the wall jumping, it's just gimmicky and you don't really use it that often. There's been a lot of discourse online about the skill-based matchmaking and whether they've actually taken it out. And I've played games on the PlayStation on a different account, and I can tell you it's definitely not the classic matchmaking from the beta. It's definitely better than what we've had for the last 5, 6, 7 years, but it's not what the beta was promising. The gameplay you're seeing on screen is actually in the skill-based matchmaking playlist. And as you can see, I'm absolutely dunking on these guys, so there's definitely a lot of people still in that playlist. I don't really like that for the future of the Call of Duty franchise. I kind of feel like the bad sales of Black Ops 7 will make Activision force skill-based matchmaking back into the next couple of games, even though that's not the reason why this didn't sell. We need that organic matchmaking in the game for the game to actually feel fun. So that brings us to the point of this video. Would I recommend Call of Duty Black Ops 7's multiplayer? If you're a hardcore Call of Duty fan who's been asking for a decent COD game for years, I think yes, this will be worth your time and you'll definitely be happy. But if you're a casual fan or you're only half interested, I'd honestly recommend waiting for a sale. But that's my honest take on Black Ops 7's multiplayer. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.